Thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. In this episode, we will explore the critical requirements for clinical evaluation and clinical investigations for medical devices, focusing on the framework established by the European Union's Medical Device Regulation, or MDR. Under the EU MDR, which is Regulation EU 2017/745 and has been fully applicable since May 26, 2021. A clinical evaluation is defined as a systematic and planned process to continuously generate, collect, analyze, and assess clinical data for a device. The goal is to verify the safety and performance, including the clinical benefits, when the device is used as intended by the manufacturer. This is not a one-time event, but a continuous process that must be updated throughout the device's entire lifecycle. The process begins with a Clinical Evaluation Plan, or CEP. This document outlines the scope and methodology for the evaluation. It details the device's intended purpose, the target patient populations, and the specific claims the manufacturer intends to make. The CEP acts as a roadmap, identifying the clinical data needed and the methods for its collection and appraisal. A key part of this is demonstrating conformity with the General Safety and Performance Requirements, or GSPRs, listed in Annex 1 of the MDR. Once the plan is established, manufacturers must gather sufficient clinical evidence. This can be done through two main pathways. The first is a literature-based approach, which involves a systematic review of existing scientific literature on your device or an equivalent device. Proving equivalence has become more stringent under the MDR, requiring a thorough analysis of technical, biological, and clinical characteristics as detailed in guidance documents like MDCG 2020-5. For many devices, especially those that are higher risk, novel, or for which no clear equivalent exists, a formal clinical investigation will be required. A clinical investigation is a formal study or clinical trial involving human subjects designed to assess the safety or performance of a medical device. These investigations must be conducted in accordance with the requirements of the MDR, specifically Articles 62 through 81, and the principles of good clinical practice as outlined in the Harmonized Standard ISO 14155-2020. This ensures the ethical conduct of the study and the scientific validity of the data generated. All of this data and analysis is compiled into the Clinical Evaluation Report, or CER. This report summarizes the evidence and provides a robust justification that the device's benefits outweigh its risks. It is a core component of the technical documentation reviewed by notified bodies. The process does not end at market launch. Manufacturers must establish a post-market clinical follow-up, or PMCF, plan. PMCF is a proactive process of collecting and evaluating clinical data from the use of a device that has already been placed on the market. This confirms the long-term safety and performance, identifies previously unknown side effects, and ensures the benefit-risk profile remains acceptable. The findings from PMCF are used to update the clinical evaluation report and are a key input into the device's vigilance and risk management systems. If you need help navigating the complexities of clinical evaluations, clinical investigations, or any other aspect of global market access, the team at Pure Global is here to assist. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.